Hey there, I'm Brittany Chavers, and I'm back today to make a really fun and easy necklace using Jesse James Beads Turquoise Trail bead mix, and we're going to make an asymmetrical pair of earrings. I'm so excited to get started. Today we're going to be using this mix, some Beadalon memory wire, some chain, this beautiful antique bronze chain, and this wonderful goddess strand. Isn't that beautiful? I'm so excited to make this necklace. It's going to be fun and it's going to be pretty fast. So I am going to start by cutting a loop of the necklace memory wire. So I'm just going to cut one loop. We probably won't need the whole loop. So to hold my beads in place, I am just going to do a double roll, a double loop on my memory wire. Memory wire can be a little bit tougher to manipulate than regular German style wire. So I'm going to do two here so we don't have to worry about making sure our loop will close when we're finished stringing. So you only want to use memory wire cutters with memory wire, and I want to make a little bit of a cut here to smooth that out. Okay, so I am going to set that aside just for a moment, and I've pulled out some pieces from the Turquoise Trail bead mix. I have this cute silver flower, this wonderful patinaed piece, and the cow skull. I've also pulled out this little UFO looking crystal. I have some 22 gauge twisted artistic wire, and I'm just going to wire wrap that crystal onto my cow skull. So I'm going to pull this in here, put it through, pull both pieces up, and then wrap one over the other. To secure it in place. I'm just going to wrap that a couple times. Okay, so I have two wraps, and I'm just going to cut my tail off. And then I am going to create a loop. It doesn't matter which direction your little bead is facing. It depends on if you want the silver or the gold showing. And then I'm just going to create a loop by pulling back and then over. I probably cut a little bit too much wire, but that's okay. And I'm going to bring this wire to the back. So now we have a loop, and I am going to thread the bottom of my skull onto the wire and hook it in. Just like that. And then I am just going to wire wrap the rest of this wire to get it to hang from the skull. And I'm going to go down the briolette a little bit to get some of that wire showing on the top of the brio. I love this twisted wire. It is a little bit more malleable than regular wire, regular German style wire. So if you're more comfortable with that, that will work as well. We're just doing a messy wrap down the brio. I'm just going to bring it to the back of my crystal, snip it, and tuck that wire in. There we go. So there is our messy wrapped little crystal, super cute. Then I'm going to grab a jump ring. Actually, we're going to need two jump rings here. Going to hook the flower onto the top of my to the top of my patinaed piece right here. Close that up. And then take my second jump ring, find the spot that's directly across from where I chose to put the first jump ring, which would be right here, and hang my skull. So we've assembled our pendant. Okay, there we go, super cute. Looks great. Now you could just hang this on a piece of chain or a piece of leather and you'd be good to go, but we're going to use more of the turquoise trail mix and we're going to be using this goddess strand. I'm super excited about that. I have my memory wire piece and I'm just going to start putting beads from the mix on here. You could put them in any order you'd like. So I'm going to start with this cute little flower bead. Move to one of these peach glass. Look for a gold spacer. And one of these ceramic beads. A little tiny crystal. A wood bead. Metal. And like I said, we're really mixing it up with those metals, so don't be afraid to put silver with gold or antique brass with silver. And then I'm going to use another crystal. This cool metal bead. Nice etched bead. Then I'm going to go for this big hole bead and then put another etched bead right next to it. All right, and then the last bead I'll do another one of these ceramic beads. And maybe a spacer. Okay, so here is where I'm going to put on my pendant, like that. It's going to hang in between two of these silver beads, and then I'm going to go ahead and mirror this side and put the rest of the beads up the other side of my memory wire. Now that I've strung on the other side of the memory wire, I'm just going to trim my memory wire a little bit, and then I'm going to do that double roll of a loop. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off, take my memory wire, and take my pliers and roll back a couple times. There we go. So this is a cute little piece, and you could just add some chain to it if you wanted to, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do another strand, not of memory wire, but of our bead stringing wire. So I have 19 strand beadle on gold bead stringing wire, and I have 2 jump rings. So I'm going to take a gold jump ring and feed it through my loop over here, close that up, and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so we have this piece, and then I'm going to bring out my goddess strand, which is just perfect match for this beautiful turquoise trail mix. Open up my strand, take out my bead stringing wire. I'm going to find a couple beads from my turquoise trail mix that I really want to include. I like these flowers. I want to use some of these cute crystals. Maybe the emerald cut beads. Those are really pretty. And possibly these peach beads, pink beads. So I'll just set those there for now. I'm going to string on one of these tiny flowers again. And then I'm going to go from there. I'm going to go again to a peach bead. Go to this gold bead. One of the rhinestone beads. Go to this beautiful emerald cut bead. Flower. And then I'm going to start with some of the beads from our other mix. Actually, I'm going to put on a bead cap from our turquoise mix. Super cute. And then I'm going to go to this crystal with the bead cap surrounding it. And then I'm going to slide on my jump ring. Just like that. So those beads are going to be up above our second tier of beads, and then I'm going to slide on my boho, this beautiful patinaed metal bead, all the way up to the boho on the other side, and then I'm going to slip on my jump ring on this side and then continue that same pattern that we had on the other side of the necklace. And this is what our necklace looks like. I'm thinking I want to have just a couple more beads on the inside of our memory wire piece. So I'm going to move these bigger crystals in there. All right, now we have a really, really pretty necklace, but we're not finished. I am going to crimp right on to my antique brass chain, and then you can make this as long or as short as you'd like. I'm gonna make it an over the head necklace because those are just the easiest things to do. Just grab them and go. But I would grab probably an antique brass. Grab an antique brass crimp bead and an antique brass crimp cover, and put your crimp bead on your bead stringing wire. Find the end of your chain, or you can crimp right onto a jump ring and then put that on your chain, whichever one works for you. Then we'll take our crimping pliers. I'm going to scooch that down. Make sure your wires are not crossed. Put your crimp in the largest valley of your crimping pliers and squish. Turn it 90 degrees. Squish again. And then squish one more time. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and I'll be back. And here we have an absolutely stunning Southwest inspired necklace. I'm so excited. I can't wait to wear this. I think my favorite part is this little guy, but I just love how many beads this necklace gets in, and there's always something to look at. It's going to be so much fun to wear. It's over the head, easy to put on, and fun. Fun. Now we're going to make a matching pair of earrings, but the earrings are going to be asymmetrical. And if asymmetrical isn't your thing, that's okay. There are tons of beads left in the mix that you can use. So I'm going to grab the other patina piece that was in this mix, and I have some E6000 and one of the flower beads that was in the mix. I'm going to glue this flower to this patina piece. Just take a little bit, goes a long way. a little bit of E6000. I just take a head pin and put some on a piece of paper, put some of the glue on a piece of paper, dab the glue onto the bead, just like that, and squish that bead right on to my patina piece right in the middle. And while that dries, I will set it to the side so we can work on our first earring. I'm going to grab some 22 gauge wire, 2 gauge artistic wire. You can use 22 gauge German style, whatever works for you. And my first earring is going to be using this cute little patinaed feather with the turquoise cabochon in it. I grabbed one of these little hexagons from the turquoise trail mix and another one of these metal spacer beads. And I'm just going to do a wire wrapped loop around the feather. I'll take my wire, start the loop like that, and I'm just going to slip that on there. Hold my loop and just do a couple reps, getting that feather out of the way. There we go. We'll just snip off our tail. And we'll probably want to trim that a little bit further back so we can't see the tail at the front of the earring. There we go. There is our wire wrapped piece. I'm going to slide on my hexagon. And this is where we want to make a choice. Do I want to just put this bead on the wire, or do I want to do another loop between this bead and the top bead? I like it this way, but I think I want a little bit more interest in between here. We could put a spacer bead there, but I think I'm just going to use the wire to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and make a loop. And we'll just do a wire wrap here. There we go. Okay, we'll wrap this towards the back, snip that. And then I'll just do another link by wire wrapping on the silver bead. Find the back and snip off your tail. Put your third bead on. And just do a wire wrapped loop here. Okay, we'll snip towards the back again. And then just make sure your beads are facing the way you'd like them to. So we have that one, face this way. Like that. there's our first earring, super cute. And then our second earring, which is still drying for sure, I am going to wire wrap another one of these little guys onto our patina piece, and this guy to the top, using the same technique we just used. So I stick my wire through, bring both ends up, bring the longer one to the middle, and I am just going to wire wrap around that longer piece just to get that bead locked in there. You can use your pliers if you'd like. This wire is pretty malleable, so I'm just using my fingers. Okay, I'm going to pull that to the back, trim off my tail. And if you're not comfortable wire wrapping right onto your piece, you can wire wrap onto a jump ring. That'd be totally fine. And so I am going to take my pliers, do a loop, bring that to the back, find my piece, and make sure I can open that loop a little bit. And then we'll just wire wrap right on to the patina piece, trying not to budge that bead. I will just go down. I don't think this one I'm going to go around the bead itself like we did on the necklace, but you're more than welcome. Okay, I'm going to snip that wire in the back. And then we have our little messy wire wrapped briolet here, and I'm going to directly across from it wire wrap our next hexagon. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off towards the back. Okay, put my hexagon on, and then wire wrap that. Okay, trim our wire, put on our ear wire, and we're good to go with a cute asymmetrical pair of earrings. Super duper fun, just as big of a statement piece as this beautiful necklace we made, and now you got a great set. We also have some leftover beads that you can use in a bracelet. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Jessie James Beads for having me back, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye. Are you hiding under the pillows like you always do, huh? Are you hiding under your pillow? Hi, Goldie. Oh, you got hair hanging in front of your face. There we go. Hi, cutie. Hi, cutie.